One last story for you. This one's out of Somalia. Relative stability over there is attracting Somalis from the diaspora to help in rebuilding their country. Now, while the economic environment is not as conducive as it'd like, they certainly say it's better than what it was earlier. CGTN's Daniela Pearson looks at one returnee who's reaping from his decision to set up shop in the seaside capital of Mogadishu.
A notable number of the Somali diaspora community are gearing up to return home following decades of violence and instability in their home country. Mohammed Bashir is one of them. After being forced to leave Mogadishu, he is embarking on his return with an aim of inspiring reforms in Somalia.
If I may paint you a picture of the situation when I fled, the country was in total chaos. We faced political instability and insecurity. It was impossible to work and people hardly slept in their homes. Students were forced to stay home and there was fierce fighting going on. There was fighting on many fronts. You were left with only two options. You either fled from the country or were forced into displacement, particularly from Mogadishu.
Bashir sought refuge in the Netherlands. There, he found the opportunity to learn and develop his skills.
It was possible for me to adapt to the new country, its people and culture. I've learned the language and socialized with people. All these were possible because of my young age. I immediately started pursuing my dream and have got the opportunity to continue with my education. I have learned graphic design.
Conditions in Somalia have slowly returned to normal, aided by the African Union mission in Somalia and the Somali security forces. This kind of change is inspiring those living in the diaspora to return and help in rebuilding their country.
The first thing I had to think about was what I could contribute. So I thought the first thing I could do was serve people with my education and also find an income for myself through it. That was my objective. We started a family business from a simple idea. We started Daos Advertising Agency. When I returned in 2012, many businessmen had to go far for the design of a business card, brochure or a profile. They had to go to Nairobi or Dubai. What I started with a small room is today a big company with over 30 direct employees. It's not only an advertising agency now. Last year, we also introduced printing.
Analysts say the diaspora contribution to the country has been immensely significant. However, there are still some challenges that hinder the chances of full-scale investment in Somalia.
The biggest challenges that hinder diaspora investment is the lack of certainty in the political future of the country. Since there is political instability, conflicts may arise any time which can cause damage to their property. There is also lack of a proper insurance system that prevents huge investment into the country. There is no guarantee of any return if your property is damaged or you lose your wealth to fire or it sinks in the sea. The other is insecurity in the country. Somalia is not fully secure at the moment.
For returnees like Bashir, they hope to rebuild and develop their communities with the aim of spurring economic growth. Daniela Pearson, CGTN.